Oh, no, 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 no. Oh, no, 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 no. Yes, so inside Indonesia, the lawmakers inside there don't come out, come ban sex outside marriage. Now, na crime for inside Indonesia. They say all this premarital sex, they don't want am again. Sex wey you don marry na wetin dem want because dem notice say all this sex outside marriage e common well well for Indonesia, so dem no want am. Dem come notice say the thing no dey good, now dem don ban am, put am into law wey go take effect from 2025. Sex outside marriage dem don say no, cancel. The thing dey sweet me. As e dey sweet us, e go dey pain dem. So person don come back come dey protest inside Indonesia, say no, e no good. Human rights say no, say sex na private life, say the person get the right to do that. I say na lie. Not like private life. Na if e dey catch you, anything you see na so you go take am. E good like that because even for Nigeria here, Kano state dem ban beer, the sales of beer, dem ban am. Dem no like am. And which is na wetin dem want. So anything you go do, wey go make your country move forward. That's the point. Make we hear as dem dey take dey argue inside Indonesia.
Mengeluarkan KUHP yang sifatnya tidak demokratif, mereka terlalu mengurusi urusan privat kita, tidak mengurusi hal yang benar-benar sangat publik.
Pada saatnya kita harus mengambil keputusan historis terhadap rancangan undang-undang KUHP ini untuk meninggalkan warisan hukum pidana kolonial Belanda
yang sifatnya merampas, yang sifatnya memasukkan rakyat ke dalam penjara sebanyak-banyaknya agar
those articles still can be threats to democracy because they are actually against the constitution, against the human rights.
What do you think about this law banning sex outside marriage from a human rights perspective? Surely this is a private matter.
Oh, it is absolutely. It is a private matter. This law will violate women's rights and also LGBT rights and also religious minorities, because there are many elements against religious minorities, as well as freedom of association and freedom of expression. This is a disaster for Indonesia.
Andreas, how will it impact Indonesians?
Mostly were shocked. They were shocked. They are stunned that this kind of law was passed. But to be fair with my many Indonesian friends, Indonesia is becoming increasingly conservative over the last 2 decades. There are more and more regulation passed in the name of religion. Of course, in this case, is in the name of Islamic Sharia. More than 700 over the last 2 decades, including mandatory hijab rule, including curfew at night for women. Some areas 9 p.m., another 11 p.m. Women cannot travel without their husband or son or brothers. Against LGBT, against religious minorities, against non-Muslim minorities, against non-Sunni minorities like the Ahmadiyya, Shia, etc. So this criminal code was passed under this kind of environment.
So it is becoming much, much more conservative there in Indonesia, is what you're telling me, Andreas.
Yeah, it is becoming more and more conservative. Although we need to differentiate between Muslim majority areas like Java or Sumatra Island, and of course it is different with Hindu Dharma majority Bali, or Christian majority provinces in eastern Indonesia near Australia.
Well, many New Zealanders will be familiar. They travel to Indonesia. They will be familiar with Bali, for example. It gets millions of tourists every year. Could these new laws also affect visitors to the country?
It is unlikely, because there are quote-unquote safeguards for this so-called adultery or cohabitation article. It could only be a case if a parent, a child, or a spouse reported you to the police. If your parents or your spouses or your children have no problem with you, including for unmarried individual, then it will be a problem. It won't be a problem. But this is a law that cannot be enforced broadly. These are for selective enforcement. If you have let's say, a son whose girlfriend you do not agree, and they go to Bali and you want to break them up, then this law can be a problem for your son or for your son's girlfriend.
Well, Andreas Hasono from Human Rights Watch in Jakarta, thank you so much for joining us here on 8 o'clock.
Now I know all these things people dey complain pass all these hookup girls. You dey pain them urgent 5K no dey again. Oh my God. Abeg, please try subscribe to this page, like this video, comment under below, share am to your friend. Oga PC, I love you.